Welcome to the Gurukul Prep Daily Podcast on 16th August. Update 1. Important Day. Atal Bihari Vajpayee Death Anniversary, August 16. This year marks the 6th death anniversary of former Prime Minister of India and Bharat Ratna recipient Atal Bihari Vajpayee. In 1996, he became India's 10th Prime Minister for 13 days. His second tenure as PM lasted 13 months, from 1998 to 1999. He served a full term as Prime Minister from 1999 to 2004. Vajpayee died in 2018 at the age of 93. Vajpayee was a veteran parliamentarian elected 9 times to the Lok Sabha and 2 times to the Rajya Sabha. He played a pivotal role in India's post-independence domestic and foreign policy. Update 2. Appointment. PR Shrijesh appointed as new head coach of India's junior men's hockey team. Hockey India recently stated the retirement of the No. 16 shirt from the national senior men's squad in commemoration of goalkeeper PR Shrijesh, who announced his retirement from the sport following the Paris Olympics. The decision honors an 18-year career that included winning back-to-back Olympic bronze medals. Shrijesh will take over as coach of the junior men's hockey team, following in the footsteps of Rahul Dravid. Beloved by fans and colleagues alike, Shrijesh's dedication to the sport and his vision for the future promise to brighten India's hockey ambitions. Update 3. Appointment. Rana Ashutosh Kumar Singh assumes role as MD at SBI. Following government approval, Rana Ashutosh Kumar Singh is taking over as Managing Director of the State Bank of India's SBI Risk Compliance and Stressed Assets Resolution Group (SAG) departments. According to persons acquainted with the moves, Gajendra Singh Rana, the former Chief General Manager of the Mumbai Circle, has succeeded Singh as the nation's largest lender's Deputy Managing Director, DMD, Retail and Real Estate. Earlier, the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet, ACC, approved the appointment of C.S. Sethi as Chairman of SBI for a 3-year term after current Chairman Dinesh Khara retires on 28 August. Update 4. Awards. Indian Army Colonel Manpreet Singh posthumously awarded Kirti Chakra for sacrifice in Jandak's Anantnag. Colonel Manpreet Singh of the Indian Army, who became a martyr in a fight with terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir's Anantnag area last September, has been posthumously awarded the Kirti Chakra on Independence Day. Along with the Colonel, Rifleman Ravi Kumar, posthumous Major Mal Rama Gopal Naidu, and Deputy Superintendent of Jammu and Kashmir Police Himayu Mujjammil Bhatt, posthumous, were also awarded the Kirti Chakra. Colonel Manpreet Singh was leading the 19 Rashtriya Rifles (RR) battalion when he died and was only 4 months away from completing his tenure with the RR. Update 5. Awards. Navy officers get gallantry awards for anti-piracy operations in the Gulf of Aden. 2 Navy personnel were among the 18 Shaurya Chakra recipients announced on the eve of the 78th Independence Day. Captain Sharad Sinsumwal and Lieutenant Commander Kapil Yadav received awards for combating piracy and responding to ships under drone attack in the Arabian Sea and Gulf of Aden. 6 other officers and men received heroism medals for their efforts to combat piracy and other missions. Captain Sharad Sinsumwal is presently the commanding officer of INS Kolkata. The ship was deployed for Operation Piracy in the Gulf of Aden on 16 December 2023. Update 6. Books. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin's book on parliamentary election to be released at DMK District Secretaries meeting on August 16. The book Parliamentary Election 2024, 40-40 Verdict of the South by Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and DMK President M.K. Stalin will be formally published by Party General Secretary and State Minister Durai Murugan, DMK Treasurer and MP Tr. Balu will accept it during the DMK District Secretary's meeting on 16 August at the party headquarters in Chennai. A party release said that the general election was a battle between authoritarianism and democracy, and that the India Alliance, comprising the DMK, created a situation where the BJP, which claimed that it would win in 400 seats, could not even form the government on its own. Update 7. Economy. BHEL wins 1,600 megawatts thermal power project from DVC. Damodar Valley Corporation, DVC, has announced that BHEL has been awarded a 1,600 megawatts project. The coal-fired plant will be built in Jharkhand's Koderma district under an EPC, engineering, procurement, and construction contract, according to BHEL. The 2 by 800 megawatts Koderma Supercritical Thermal Power Project, STPP, was awarded through International Competitive Bidding, ICB, the company announced. This is the first such project in terms of capacity for DVC and will be set up adjacent to its existing 2 by 500 megawatts units set up by BHEL earlier, the statement said. Update 8. Miscellaneous. Para shuttler Pramod Bhagat suspended for breaching anti-doping regulations. Pramod Bhagat, the Tokyo gold medalist para shuttler, will be unable to defend his title at the Paris Paralympics after receiving an 18-month penalty for violating the BWF's anti-doping whereabouts clause, leaving the Indian distraught. The Badminton World Federation can confirm India's Tokyo 2020 Paralympic champion, Pramod Bhagat, has been suspended for 18 months and will miss the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games, the governing body said in a statement. Bhagat appealed this decision to the CAS Appeals Division, but it was rejected last month. Update 9. National. NPCI spins off BHIM into a separate arm, Lalitha Nataraj appointed CEO. According to the retail payment body, the National Payments Corporation of India, NPCI, has established an independent subsidiary for the UPI-based payment application Bharat Interface for Money, BHIM, to meet the country's growing demand for digital transactions and promote financial inclusion. Lalitha Nataraj, a former senior executive at IDFC First Bank, has been designated CEO of the newly formed NPCI BHIM Services Limited. Rahul Handa will be the Chief Business Officer, NPCI said in a statement. Update 10. Science and Technology. China tests largest cargo drone. China has flown its largest uncrewed cargo aircraft meant for civilian purposes as the world's leading drone manufacturer ramps up test flights of autonomous aerial vehicles, UAVs, that might eventually transport everything from groceries to people. According to state media, which cited developer Sichuan Tengdan SCI-Tech Innovation Co., the twin-engine aircraft with a cargo capacity of 2 metric tons took off on its first flight and traveled roughly 20 minutes through the southwest region of Sichuan province. China's civilian drone makers are testing larger payloads as the government pushes to build a low-altitude economy, with the aviation regulator seeing a 2 trillion yuan $279 billion industry by 2030 for a fourfold expansion from 2023.